Today I'm going to show you how to make your crystals stay on your nails because you know the crystals are expensive and we want them to stay. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina Janice, a licensed cosmetologist, makeup artist of 19 years, nail artist, an all-around beauty creative. And as you guys can see, I have already laid out my crystals. I like to do that like in the pattern that I'm going to do instead of like having to dig for them individually. And these crystals are Swarovski. Let me open them up so you can see. Now, as a lot of you may know, Swarovski does not sell to the masses anymore. I got these years ago. My collection is like, I have a lot of these, okay? So I have different shades of pink and a couple of different sizes in here. And then I'm also have the AB crystals, okay? Now, I'm gonna just be doing this on one nail today. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna polish this nail first. I'm gonna be using V Beauty in 224. So this one is like a sheer kind of pink. I'm gonna do 2 coats of this. So now that I have both of the coats on there, I'm gonna go in with the top coat. And I'm using my favorite top coat by Beetles. I love this one because the shine on this is amazing. It gives like a really glass-like finish that I love because I like a super shiny, super wet look for my top coat. Okay, so I'm gonna cure that for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna be using the Makartt Gem Grip Glue. This stuff is amazing. I get it from Amazon and I will link it in the description, or if I'm able to tag it in this video, I will tag it. Got that complete. What you're gonna need in addition to your Gem Grip Glue, that is a tongue twister, you're gonna need a mini cure lamp, okay? Because we're gonna be flash curing this. This is how you're gonna get that superior adhesion and stuff is not gonna be moving around while you're working, okay? And this one is by Aprés. And like I said, I will try to link all of the main things in the description, or I will tag them if applicable, all right? Oh, another thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need the gem pickup tool, okay? Also got this from Amazon. It doesn't have to be from Amazon, it can be from anywhere. And then on the other end, it has this metal piece where you can press down the jewel, okay? So, I like to start with, you saw I told you guys I had everything on here and it got a little bit out of whack, but that's okay. I like to start with the biggest pieces first and then build around that. What you're gonna do, you are going to place the Gem Grip Glue a good amount of where the big heart is gonna go, okay? Or your biggest crystal. You wanna do a good amount. Okay, you see that? But of course you wanna do it a size that like makes sense for the piece that you're gonna use. So this is a charm, okay? Picked up the charm, place it right in the middle, all right? And before you flash cure it, you wanna make sure that it is centered and positioned how you want it, because Once you put on that flash cure, it is not going to move. Now, as I'm flash curing, I'm going around the charm from every angle. This really helps with the adhesion, okay? And then there's a little bit of space in between, so I'm just gonna come on top. That way, as I'm applying the rest of the crystals, it's not gonna like be moving around. This is how you are gonna get superior adhesion. So I flooded it just a little bit. I probably could have scooted it up just a little bit, but it's fine. So what I'm gonna do, because it flooded right there, I'm just gonna like make that a little bit rough so that the crystal can adhere just a little bit better. I'm just gonna go in with my drill just barely. I have it on like setting number 2. You see it's going really slow. And this is a good real-time lesson to just kind of show you how to fix a mistake, like if you make a little mistake. Okay, now that was not all the way necessary to do, but it's gonna help the next jewel adhere better. So let me just dust off any powder. All right, so the next jewel is a little bit, it's not as wide as the heart. And then once I press it, I kind of go like that so that I don't get any strings. You see that? Then I'm going to use this end and press it down. Now I'm going to flash cure again. When you have like the big charms and things like that, like this is what you want to see on the side. You want to see a little bit of flooding on the edges, just a little bit. If you do not see just a little bit of flooding on the edges, you want to take your glue and just do just a little bit, because you want to see this. This is going to help the charm or the big jewel stay, okay? And you want to make sure you see that all the way around. I'm going to add a little bit more right in here. You see how all this is open? You want to fill that with glue, because once you are wearing the nail and you get to moving and doing stuff, if you don't have any adhesion right there, it's going to be easy for that to pop off, all right? So I'm going to go back in, and you want to just do just a little bit. I'm actually going to wipe off that bead, because you don't want the glue to be flooding like all around. You just want it where it needs to be. So I'm just going to barely squeeze just a little bit. Just enough to kind of fill in that space right there. And then we're going to flash cure that right away. Because one thing about the Makartt gem grip glue, it has great adhesion. But if you don't cure it right away, it will move around on you. You don't want that. Now, this nail is sheer enough that I could even cure a little bit on the underside. Okay. So for the top portion, I'm just going to do just a little bit, because that jewel is small. Just that much. And then press it down. You should have very slight flooding around it, just very slight. Can you see that? Just very slight. All right, and it's a little bit crooked, so I'm just gonna move it over ever so gently. Okay, and I'm gonna flash cure that. So as you can see, I'm going piece by piece. I cannot stress enough how that is going to lock in the adhesion. Now I'm gonna go in with the next heart. And I'm gonna do 2 on the side of it. So I'm gonna kind of put that right there. Now this is a Serenity Crystal by Blue Streak. Okay. I'm just trying to get this centered because, like I said, once it's set, that's it. I'm gonna add just a little bit more in the corners here. And I'm going with the pink ones on the side. Okay, I'm happy with that. And I always make sure, especially when it's like a crystal that has a point, that it lines up with the tip of the nail. So now I'm gonna flash cure it again. And I'm going all the way around the crystals. Okay, and I'm gonna have to charge this soon because it's cutting off. All right, and we're just gonna work our way all the way down the tip of the nail, or until my little design runs out. Now this takes a little bit more time to do when you're doing it one by one, but this is gonna guarantee that your crystals are going to stay. Your crystals or your charms. And then I'm gonna add some on the side. I'm just gonna add both of those at the same time. This is a Swarovski. And this one, this is a star. Oops. Where did it go? This is the star crystal from Blue Streak Crystals, the Serenity. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I love sparkly things, especially crystals. So like, if you've been following me for a while, you'll notice that I use a lot of crystals in my designs because I just love things that shine and sparkle. I'll press that down. Now see, if I had not cured everything else and I'm doing that, all of this would have been moving. It would have been sliding. It would have just been a headache. I had a tiny one. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, let me grab another one. And I like to use the tip to like dig through. These last two are smaller, so I don't need that much. Just gonna kind of bring that down a little bit. And I got a little bit on that crystal. Let me see. I got just a little bit. I'll just take that off right there because that type of thing will take away from the shine of the crystal. It'll mess up the way it catches the light. Okay. Now, I probably could have, like, if I was really about to wear this, I would extend it probably about to right there. But I'm not going to be wearing this now. This is just for you guys to know how to get your crystals to stay. All right, so I'm going to flash cure these last two. Okay. Once you have everything flash cured, then you're going to cure in the UV light for like 90 seconds, okay? And then you see these little marks here, these little scuff marks from the wax part. I'm gonna show you guys how to remove that after they're done curing fully, okay? Okay, we're gonna cure this for 90 seconds. I love my UV light. This is by Purtato. This is like, you've probably heard me talk about it in another video. This is a way less inexpensive version of the Aprés one, because this has the pink light. It looks purple on here, but it has the pink light technology, like really nice. So I'm gonna let that cure and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, we are fully cured. Get into that. Like, look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're gonna remove these scuff marks, and I'm just gonna use an alcohol pad. I have so many of these. If you don't have an alcohol pad, you could just get one of these lint-free wipe things. Why can't I talk? You're gonna get a lint-free wipe and just pour the alcohol on there. But since I have the pads, I'm gonna just go in and just rub it. That's gonna remove the wax scuff marks from the picker upper tool. Look at that. And that is how you get your crystals to stay. All right, if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share, hype the video. That always helps, okay? All right, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.